Hello.
Wow, hello.
Wow, Veronica. Welcome. This is the NgoVo Convo podcast. I'm Harrison, and like I said, this is Veronica right over there. There, anywhere. I don't know.
Here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Because we just want an excuse to talk about anything that entertains us, but really to clean up our never ending backlog.
Yes.
That's kind of. I'll say why it's weird, because it's actually kind of interesting. Anyway, not a big deal, because some would say, Veronica, that we are conversing.
Wow, like NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo, logos of Harrison's head.
One of these days, I'm not going to point and just
I know.
leave it at it as is, and you're going to say it, and it's going to be super weird. But the main weird thing is, it's not this part, because you can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it as a podcast if you're searching up NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. This video is also sponsored by Olipop. We'll get to that in a bit, later, soon-ish.
Yes.
But main thing is, Veronica, this is a review / discussion on another MCU item. We did one last time, recently.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Are you surprised? I'm just surprised with the amount of MCU content we're doing right now. Like, Marvel content's kind of.
I know. It's crazy. It's like we're back to our roots,
like
when we first started.
We unfortunately started with TV shows, and who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
So, if you haven't seen and or heard, there's a lot. But as of recording, it came out last week. When this episode drops, it'll be Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
So it was like a runtime of like 2 hours or so, roughly.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 hours, like 6-7 minutes. Or something
like that.
It was short.
Short. Dang,
It was short.
But if you haven't seen it, we'll give our non-spoiler thoughts initially and just kind of run through what stuff we liked, didn't like, maybe give you like a taste, and then we'll get into the like dirty details, like kind of not really dirty. That's fine. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to get a reaction out of you at this point, and it's she's acting like she just got off work, so
yes, I did. I'm like, what kind of reaction?
But so yeah, non-spoiler thoughts. What you think?
I mean, I came into this movie like not thinking much. I don't know.
Really quick, did you watch? I almost said Falcon. Captain America: Brave New World.
No.
Okay.
But I felt like I should have.
So that's gonna be like the first thing I want to just at least mention. I don't think you need to.
Yeah, but there were like, I feel like a couple of jokes that went over my head. I caught on to like a couple of them.
Okay.
But I just feel like maybe
they only dropped a couple points about that movie. But if you've seen trailers about Captain America, then it's kind of...
Then you just saw the movie.
It's like whatever they mentioned already lines up with the trailers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But there is like... maybe at the end, but I don't think there's that much, and I think this is enough to be standalone that it's fine.
Yeah.
You may have questions of like how certain people are where they're at, but that's it.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's really just one person, actually.
That's just one person. Yeah, I just feel like the couple of like Easter eggs or like comments that they made, I knew it was coming from Captain America: Brave New World, but like my husband was like a little lost.
Okay.
So he didn't see like trailers or clips or anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, it kept moving for him. Yeah. So
I mean,
it was fine.
That's why I wanted to just preface. I'm like, I think whoever hasn't seen it, because I haven't seen it either. That's what I'm trying to say. I think it's fine. I think you can, but that's also maybe it's just a me thing. But I think you could kind of still have fun watching the movie.
No, yeah. Well, I feel like maybe my thoughts will be different after watching it. Eventually, it'll be on Disney Plus. No, eventually.
That's true.
One of these days.
Is it not yet?
But for now, I think it was supposed to, like, right before Thunderbolts came out, but I think it's going to be coming out, like, later this month. maybe? We'll see.
Hmm.
But, I mean, this is our first MCU movie of the year, even though Captain America Brave New World was released back in February, that we did not see
Yes.
clearly.
So, there's that.
But, I mean, I just kept my expectations pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
I think they dropped 2 short trailers, like teaser trailers. So I think I only watched one of them, but not the other.
Okay.
And I just saw like a couple posters for it. So I just left my standards, like my MCU standards, pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just coming into it like, oh, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. I also kept my standards pretty low because I was kind of like, I came in expecting like a Suicide Squad feeling movie, honestly, and hopefully better.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you've seen the Suicide Squad, it kind of has that. And I think the thing is, because it's Marvel, they're known for the sometimes like very quirky, funny, like their kind of humor. And there's more than that. There's more than enough to go around in this movie. But I actually think it was fine. I think it actually worked. I think the action was really good. I think the characters that they incorporated, some of them obviously had more time to shine, and then there's some that didn't. There's some that I kind of, it just feel like it didn't feel like they had to juggle too much. But
no, yeah, it wasn't like the Eternals where they had like 10 people.
it's one of those. There were a few characters, and if you've seen the poster and all that, right? You've seen like some of them. You're like, who's that? And I'm like, I also had to like tell my wife. I'm like, she's like, where were they from again? Like, or what movie were they in? And
what movie?
Yeah, type of deal. But otherwise, it's not too. The main people are the main people, and you could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sprinkle of comedy, I think, was perfect for this type of movie and for like the actual themes that they went with.
Yep.
So, yeah. I almost wanted to say something, but I think it's for spoiler thoughts.
Yeah, let's play it safe, just in case.
Yeah. No, but I agree.
I also didn't feel like it took. I think the timing wasn't like. I didn't find myself like checking how long or how much time we had left in the movie, or like, oh, it's kind of feeling a bit long.
Like,
type deal.
It's too long. Yeah.
I felt like it was fine, like a good amount.
Do you feel the next upcoming movies will be longer? Like what they planned out and what we know?
Yes.
Like, Avengers and like
I assume they would. Because let's be real, they've done longer movies already.
They've done longer
It's
movies.
like they haven't. It's not that they haven't, right? So it's like I would be surprised if it's not longer. Mm-hmm. But I would say the amount that they showed, like this was a good length movie, good length action flick
with like a group of people in it. Mm-hmm. It was a good amount of time
versus just like the solo hero and all that. Yeah. But I feel like we'll discuss that in the spoilers just to play it safe. Overall, I thought tone was good. I think they balanced, like you said, balanced out action, comedy, and all that. Plot wasn't super hard to follow.
No, it was easy to follow.
Yeah, it felt this, but I will say this is the first good feeling Marvel movie in a while. Like, it feels like the MCU where it wasn't anything too crazy. But it felt like
it wasn't.
It felt like the 7 out of 10 movie that like I expect from a Marvel movie, and it feels like we're coming back to that.
Going back, yeah.
But I don't want to fully say it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I read an article the other day, and I told the group how like the article that I read that Kevin was so like spread thin, like he couldn't even approve anything in Phase 4. And, like, everything was already shot and, like, done. So, like, he couldn't have a say. So I think that's why Phase 4 was like that. And he also didn't enjoy, like, TV shows. Like, he didn't want to add in TV shows. So I think maybe that's why whatever phase we are in now, like, we've backed out of a lot, I think. Like, we've scaled back.
Yeah. No, it feels like it.
A lot. I think we're going back to like the 2 to 3 movies and like 1 TV show. I think is the formula.
I think it's a sweet spot. I think that's fine. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. If the quality goes up, then it'll have me back in focus. But I kind of, it feels like it's cleanup. It does feel like it's cleanup, but it's hilarious that this cast, like this group of characters, are like the cleanup crew too. So it's even better. I think. Well, I mean, this one was rated really high too in comparison to a lot of stuff. So
yeah, 92% as of what? Last time I checked,
Rotten.
As of like
was
Sunday.
that Rotten?
Yeah, it was Rotten.
Rotten Tomato. Okay.
And I think it was like 85% for audience. So that 92 was critics. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty high.
Yeah, I think overall, all in all, good movie to watch. It was actually fun. It was actually like the first time where I had fun watching this movie. It was just good. It's good overall. You too?
I agree.
You think so too? Yeah.
Go watch it.
Yeah, just go watch it.
It's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's only 2 hours.
2 hours. She says. But okay, cool. Yeah, that's all our non-spoiler thoughts, because I do want to start talking about like the cool stuff, the little details and all that. But right before that, Veronica, we're gonna take a quick break to talk about our sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by Olipop, the soda your gut will thank you for. Yes, I'm talking to you, all of you. All right, have you ever missed that classic soda pop feeling? You know, the fizz, the flavor, but without the sugar crash and the guilt trip? Yeah, me too, you too, Harrison too? All of us. That's why I'm introducing to you Olipop, the soda that's bursting with flavor and good for you too. I actually have my favorite one here, strawberry vanilla. But the other weird one that I enjoyed was banana cream. I know, it's weird, super weird, but this is my favorite. Number 1, because it only has 3 grams of sugar per can, plus it has 9 grams of prebiotic fiber. And you know what you need with fiber? To use the restroom. Hee. But yeah, that means that you're going to have a happy and healthy gut with every sip. And it looks like that they took everything we loved about classic soda and upgraded to a modern, healthy conscience person. Like you, like me, like Harrison. My co-partner. My co-host that's not here right now. So ditch the compromise and experience the soda revolution for yourself. Don't forget to use our promo code NgoVo15, NgoVo15 to get 15% off your first order on drinkolipop.com.
And we're back.
Wow, Harrison.
What? Are you okay? You good?
No, I'm not.
Why? Because you couldn't focus throughout the whole movie because you kept seeing Bucky?
Sebastian Stan. Love him. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Let's just go around. Yeah, I really just want. There's so many things I want to talk about, spoiler wise.
I know. Can we?
You go. Yeah. What? Where do you want to?
Can we talk about Taskmaster really quick?
Thank you. Yes.
Can we please talk about her?
Okay, let's talk about characters, right? Because we have they advertised. Let's see whether like
they advertised Red Guardian.
Yeah, Yelena, Alexei, like Red Guardian.
Yelena.
Bucky, Bob.
Ghost.
U.S. Agent.
Ava. Yeah, U.S. Agent John Walker and Taskmaster.
And initially, it's
and I think MCU's back on their little trickery.
They are, because she's on the posters and everything, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, she's on the poster.
Not like
she
all
did.
of them, I feel like, but
the round table one. She was.
Never mind. She's there. If you look at every poster,
yeah.
She's there.
In the group one, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not.
And then she was there at the premiere too, and
that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
She's like off to the side, and it looks like she's photoshopped in on some of them, in the sense of like she doesn't have to be there, or she's like front and center behind like Yelena.
Let's talk about Taskmaster.
Off in the first 10 minutes.
Like 10-15 minutes, yeah.
Because it took them a bit to like get to the area where they all had to like, take each other down, blah,
like
blah.
Meet.
So.
How do you feel about that? You feel like it's a wasted character?
It feels unfortunate. Yeah, I feel like they didn't have to. I feel like they didn't really have to do that.
Do you think, here's a theory that I read.
Okay.
Do you think they killed her off so they could be more comic book close, like related, so it can be a he, so he can jump in? Because that's the gender swap does not bother me, but I know it bothers a lot of people. So that's like a theory that I read, that they offed her so they could like get someone like redo it basically.
Nah, I don't. I'm not so no, that I don't believe that, in a sense of, I think it's a whole nother thing where she has the powers technically of all the Avengers, right? That was the whole thing with her, right? She got super like brainwashed and all that stuff to learn all that stuff. I think that's their way to eliminate a variable of someone that knows too much of the stuff. Now that we don't have any Avengers, it just kind of, it would feel weird to, because now we don't have any Avengers technically, right? As of the start of the movie, it's weird to have someone that has those powers now, even though it's really just combat of like Black Widow, Hawkeye, Captain America. Because let's be real, she can't do Thor stuff.
And Winter Soldier.
She can't do Hulk stuff. She can't Iron Man, she has to have a suit. So it's like half of the, it's just like that kind of
stuff. So it's like hand-to-hand like combat.
Yeah, and it's like she's supposed to know like how to deal with everyone, right? So but now that it kind of feels moot in a sense of that Avengers group is not there. They don't exist. So.
I think she was just a wasted character.
I think
coming
she was
from like Black Widow to here. Essentially, it's been like 3 years.
Yeah, it really it kind of actually really shows how they view that movie overall, with how they treated when it came out, how they did with the villain. I mean, the only
how Scarlet was treated.
I mean, granted, they technically have Yelena, who's like the poster now, as like she's the main Black Widow, right? And of course, Alexei, like with the wait, what's his character? Oh my god, I can't remember his...
Red Guardian.
Yeah, Red Guardian. Like, yes, they came from that movie too. Like, it's not saying that they did it, right? Like, it's still a big thing.
Yeah.
It just feels, I think there was potential with Taskmaster, but I really hope it's not just so then they could just gender swap, because I think that's that's a lame excuse, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they already kind of built it up already in this universe.
And she already exists.
But then granted, multiverse is a thing, so it could just pull another version.
True.
So
that is true.
Sure. I mean,
wow, I totally forgot we are in the multiverse like area.
Well, yeah, because at the end, right? If let's just really quickly, the end credit, they show Fantastic Four, which is honestly no duh. Like, I knew it was gonna be about them, but it just showed like, we'll get to that though. There's more details.
We'll get to it. Yeah.
I
just feel bad.
Yeah, Taskmaster was kind of like unfortunate. I thought she was
a wasted
because let's be real. Because then there's Ghost. Ghost is like also just there.
Yeah.
Because
and she was really there in Ant-Man too.
Yeah, but she was the main villain in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Right. But that's why I was like, that's why I want to like the big cast that's there. Yelena's obviously big. Then it's U.S. Agent and then Ghost. That was like the trio for a bit. And then they added Red Guardian as like, dude, David Harbour is like,
he's funny,
really good. Oh my goodness,
so good.
And then they add Bucky.
Accent is everything.
Oh, sorry, Bob, Sentry, and then
you forgot Bob.
My bad, Bob, Robert.
Yes, Bob.
But I wish we had more Bucky.
I know. But when he was on screen, they knew what to do.
His entrance, peak. Such a good... Like, I think me and my wife sat there and we both were, like, gasping and, like, freaking out. We're like, this guy is doing everything right. And I'm like, they know what they're doing. It's not right.
They do.
I love that they brought his long hair back, too.
Yes. I'm happy about that. Let's Let's keep it that way, even though Sebastian Stan is bald right now.
He is
like,
bald
in
right
real
now.
life.
In IRL, he shaved his head. Yep.
Yeah, very much bald.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like they don't know how to make Bucky a main character. He's been a side character for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like it because it's like he's a senator, but we all know he's not. They're all like he's not supposed to be there.
Listen, that man cannonly assassinated JFK, and you want to make that man a senator? Crazy.
I mean, they don't know that. The public doesn't know that.
They look crazy.
But it is kind of like, dude.
The guy that was mind controlled by Hydra. You just wanna.
But hey, man.
Give him a seat.
But hey, man. U.S. agents there now too. You know. I love how they point out like all each other's like flaws or like
flaws. Yeah.
Well, you did this. You crazy.
You know what I'm curious about? Yelena and that guinea pig that she saved. I need to know if the guinea pig's still her pet.
I bet you I thought they'd show in the end credit, but they didn't exactly. Or maybe we missed it. I don't know. But I bet you it'll be a joke next round where she's like introduction to the team and she's like feeding it.
It would be so funny.
I do love she's so good. Like Florence Pugh as a young it's just she's so great.
It's great. She depicts depression so well.
Can we also just talk about how the villain is just depression?
Yeah, depression. Like the Black Void.
Yeah. I was like, oh. Like at first I was like, oh, Black Void, ha ha ha. And I was like, oh, you mean
yeah.
Everyone's depressed here. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they did like, mental health and like depression so well.
No, they did it.
And it was integrated so smoothly. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't even feel like I had to, it didn't have to be like spelled out. Like, it was just.
And they weren't reaching either.
No,
like,
they weren't reaching for it.
And it wasn't super like, yeah, you're right. It wasn't just like in your face, like, hey, this is depression.
Yeah.
But like they built up the mood and the plot of it, building around each person's like issues, and like they talked about like, oh, my backstory's bad, or oh no, mine's worse. It's like, okay,
let's compare traumas now.
We're
apparently.
trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Man.
But also like with like the mental health and depression stuff, like the comedic stuff didn't fluff over that. No. Like it was just a very nice balance.
It's also low-key self-deprecating at times too.
Yes. Especially with Yelena.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just so good.
And Bob.
No, Bob is hot. It really.
Bob is hot.
I just want you all to understand, like the entire time she's like, "You guys need to go watch the movie," mainly for Bob because he's hot.
Yeah.
But it's funny
because be a hoe for Bob.
But then like he has this moment where his like the his prison suit or whatever suit or outfit he was wearing at the beginning ripped, and I'm like, oh, those are six packs. Yep, yep, I see it. You were right. Tasteful.
Yeah, he was like, it was like pajamas or something. Yeah, like hospital pajamas.
So the only other movie I know him from is from Maverick, Lewis Pullman.
Yeah,
and he also is. I sent you this, and I didn't realize. I didn't put two and two. He's also named Bob in there too.
Yeah, he's Bob. Yeah, there's a running joke in his interviews where he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna take any character's name of Bob and
just run with it.
Go act, roll with it."
But it's like he plays like the awkward dude really well, honestly.
No, he does. Yes.
So that's really good. I do feel like I don't want to butcher her name, the character's name. DeFontaine, like Valentina, Val.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of a red herring, or they tried to be like, oh, she's the bad guy, but then she's not exactly.
Yeah, it was. I felt like that was a little awkward.
I felt like it was just a put through line just to keep like, oh, here's why everyone's related.
Like keep everyone like under one umbrella.
Yeah, she did. They tried to make her like the Waller. Almost, but then not really. Yeah, because she wasn't in control. Yeah. That's what I do appreciate. That one was that it wasn't like she was like, I'm going to build this team who we could just call them the Suicide Squad because they could just die. Yeah. Who cares? So I'm kind of glad they didn't do that. I was worried that that's what this was going to be, So,
that Avengers Tower is coming back.
dude, that was so cool though. But it made sense. They're like, yeah, I just had to pay a lot of money for this. I'm like, that's true because Stark doesn't own it. Well, I don't know if it's under the company, but they bought it, so.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see like mirror of like old Avengers to like this Thunderbolts. Asterisk.
Okay, I see your segue, and I raise the answer.
What do you raise me?
I saw the allusion to like making a new team. I just didn't think they'd actually go with the new Avengers. I was like, oh, okay, dang.
With a Z.
Huh?
With a Z. Avengers.
Sorry,
with
my
a
bad.
Z.
Well, the other one, yeah, because the other one has copyright. That's actually so funny.
Yes.
I think that I love how I think at one point Bucky was like, "We can't call ourselves that, man. Come on."
It was fun. It was just nice to see, some callbacks to the the original 6.
Yeah.
Who's now being copyrighted. The Avengers is copyrighted.
That's it. So because we didn't watch Captain America, I feel
like that was like the end of that movie. Something
because
happened.
I want to watch it now because of what we've seen now. I'm like, and I just need to know like the backstory now because at the end Bucky was like, because they're like, it's kind of weird that Sam's not with us, and Bucky's like, yeah, I tried to talk to him, but he was not having it. I'm like, I have no idea.
Sam and Bucky having a divorce
again, or Captain America and Bucky having a divorce again. Bucky can never stay with Cap for too long.
But I can kind of feel for Sam as Captain America, because the Avengers wasn't really something Captain America like enjoyed being in. If you really think about it,
he was just he was kind of forced into it. Yes.
Yeah, he was forced into it. Yeah, so you can I can see where Sam's coming from.
But here's the thing. So
Bucky.
Again,
because Bucky's like kind of like an I don't want to say anti-hero, but like a, I don't know what's the right word for Bucky. Bucky's just Bucky. Like, he doesn't really follow any rules or anything per se.
Yeah, because he's not exactly an anti-hero either, because he's not doing anything bad. He's just what I mean?
Exactly.
But
yeah,
I can kind of see it, but it's more like, I don't know. We'll see how this team works. It'll be interesting. Yeah. But yeah, you could tell like they're all people that just wanted to not exactly belong anywhere either. It's just like kind of do more than what they were already doing, which is just killing people, being assassins and like the Black Ops team essentially.
Killing people, yeah.
Then it's like,
it's fine.
Just go to work, come home, think about death, drink, think about more death, go to sleep, go to work. I was like, oh, that is depressing.
That is depressing, yeah.
Can we talk about Bob's turn though? Like how they talk about, again, we talked about depression, and what he was describing really was just depression.
Yeah.
But I was actually like by the end I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Like they tied it with like how his powers work, where some days he's like floating and he's like really super happy and he's like feels super invincible. Then the next is like super down and like vulnerable and like depressing.
I mean, that's why he's just doing the dishes.
He did the dishes. You're right.
That's why he's not suiting up.
Yeah. I love, like, I think you sent this me too, but it was like New York every other month, and it's like it's true because this one is just they disappear.
Another like blip. Into the shadow.
Another blip. Who would have thought?
Every month, New York City gets blipped out.
You gotta have some kind of insurance where you just disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
They all came back.
The fighting? Oh, I've missed hand-to-hand like combat fighting.
Again, not watching, like this is the part of MCU that I really miss, like with like this level, street level, and this feels so good. Do you feel like for those that watch Daredevil,
I knew you were gonna.
Did you believe her one shot was better?
I fear yes.
That was my first thought when it was happening from the top down, right? The top down section.
Yeah.
Where she's just going through like beating people. I was like, damn, this is really good. Like, I think Daredevil had cuts on theirs, and that's pretty oof.
Yeah, no. I fear she did a little bit better.
Because it was good. It was really good.
No, it was.
And then, like, I'm going to go back to it. Yeah, Bucky's entrance where he's on the motorcycle and, like, doing all the, like, taking out all the convoys and everything. Just the hair. I love how then everyone in the first car is like, yeah, let's go. And then he shoots it and they're like, shit.
Alexi is just like a big fanboy of the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, look, it's Buggy. He's like, the Winter Soldier. Yes. Dude, David Harbour just doesn't. What I want to point out is like really good. Like his Red Guardian is really good. And I think the funny part is like his lines are just like him saying stuff. And it's not even like meant to be funny. Not I don't serious. Think it's like it's unserious, but it becomes so funny because of just delivery. Yeah. Like I don't know how to explain. It's like it's funny obviously, but it's like you could tell it's not like a one-liner per se. It's like him just talking, and he's just like he's just him being him, and I'm like just him saying like, yeah, do you feel fulfilled? Yes, I feel very full, very filled. And I'm like,
or him asking Bucky, what kind of serum did you take?
I don't know.
What kind of super serum did you take? Regular? Hydra?
That stuff was in the trailer. That's the thing. But it still hit when I watched it.
It was so funny.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
That's the good. Oh, man.
That was so funny.
What do you expect now? What? So,
I mean,
they had an end credit. Well, they had two.
End credits.
Yeah,
but the final one was like at the very end.
Because again, people leaving in the theater. Like, okay, I understand that some people I got things to do. That's fine, but it's still weird, right? Considering it
was only like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Of credits.
And it was pretty. So talking about that, it said 14 months later, right?
Yes.
So is that when the next movie's happening? When you time it?
Oh, yeah.
If you time it?
Yeah, I think so. If I time it right now? Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Well, here's the thing. I told you guys that second post-credit was actually directed post-production of this movie. So the director of this movie had no idea about this post-credit because the Russo brothers are currently filming Avengers Doomsday, and this is
a part of the
section.
So this guy I didn't know that the director did. So this got added after post.
This was added after. Like the director had like
Oh, that makes sense. They've done that before. You could tell they've done that. Yeah. So So it's no surprise, but still.
He was like, "Oh, cool." He was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I had no idea the second credit was there.
Because I'm sure he helped with the first one, the mid credit.
Yeah. The Wheaties.
It's me.
It's me.
No,
but I think I'm excited for Fantastic Four. I'm not gonna lie.
This
on record, I'm excited about Fantastic
Four. Like I wasn't really that excited, but I think it's like we're getting back to the continuity that I loved with MCU.
Yeah.
Because I think in the continuity in the sense of it's not overpressing, like just overbearing and like, oh, it has to match and everything. It's just nice to see things there. Like it's like, oh look,
like
they're here.
Yeah.
Oh look, that's Fantastic Four that's happening right now. What's going on there? Like it's fun to see that portion versus just like this happened in this movie, so this part is kind of weird. You know, you start getting into the details. Yes. That's what I don't like, and I know that they keep that locked down. Not as much in Phase 4, but
You know what? I think MCU is going back to their little mysterious, like...
It's getting there, right?
You know, their mysterious ways again, and like tricking people, especially in trailers and stuff, like, and posters. So I think they're.
I know some people didn't like that too much because like, oh, we're being like baited and lied to. Like, what can we? But I think there's if you take it too seriously, that's one thing. But I think this is just the fun aspect of like, look, now we know Fantastic Four is coming out. Look, they said 14 months from now. That's something happens there. That's probably a spoiler, yes, but it's what's happening, right? You don't know
what's happening,
because that's be real. Like, okay, this is a whole nother discussion for like Fantastic Four, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, so
no, but I'm very excited for Fantastic Four now.
I'm more so now. Yes. So going back to what I was trying to say, I'm more so now in comparison.
And we'll see where those post critics go to next.
Because is that the last MCU movie, right?
That is the last MCU
for the year?
movie for the year.
Yeah. I missed this part. I do. So again, we're going back to this. I do miss this because we're limited. Like we're stuck. We have to wait. We have to think about it. Very much limited. So this is what I enjoyed about.
Think about it until next May. I think next May for Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which they're filming right now. So.
This will be interesting. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Again, and like, even like the teaser for Avengers kind of like spoiled too much too, on like who's gonna be there and all that. But I think just watching for this movie for what it showed, it was good. It was really fun.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. Easy
plot.
One
of the better movies.
One of the better movies. One of the better movies recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like starting honestly, if you start from when we started the podcast, Phase 4.
Oh God.
There have not been a lot.
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was a good.
Yeah,
one.
that was good. This is up there now, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is
because I thought that was good, like overall. And then this is now I think this is a solid like action flick. It's nothing too deep, but they touch darker tones. It made me question like, oh, is this rated R? But it's not. So
no, it's not.
It's PG-13, which I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
We're just depressed.
We're just depressed, mentally ill.
Mentally ill. Well, that's all I got. What about you?
That's all I got.
All you got? Well, then I'm just going to close this out. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on all our socials at NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on the movie. Do you feel like it was good? Are you back on the MCU train? I don't know if I think I have a ticket now. I think I have a ticket ready to go, but I'm like I'm not on board the hype train yet. I will say.
We'll see after this July.
Yeah. We'll see. July. So yeah, let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, all the buttons from right to left.
Yes.
You know the deal. It'll make sense once you do it. Other than that, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.